Crystal Lake was the kind of place people moved to for peace. Nestled deep in the woods, with a shimmering lake at its heart, the small town was the epitome of tranquility. Everybody knew everybody, or so they thought. In 2006, that all changed when a young boy named Jimmy Talbot went missing. Jimmy, 11 years old, was a shy kid who loved drawing monsters and exploring the dense forests surrounding the lake. On the evening of June 14th, he told his mom he was going out to look for frogs by the shore. But when dinner time came and Jimmy wasn't back, alarm bells started ringing. At first, the townsfolk believed he'd gotten lost in the woods. Volunteers searched day and night, calling his name. But days turned into weeks, and there was no sign of Jimmy, no footprints, no clothes, nothing. People whispered about the curse of Crystal Lake. After all, it wasn't the first time someone had disappeared there. 6 months after Jimmy went missing, hunters found something that shook the town to its core. Deep in the forest, near a secluded cabin, they stumbled upon a shallow grave. Inside was a small, decomposing body wrapped in a tattered blanket. It was Jimmy. But that wasn't all. The body showed signs of horrific abuse. His hands and feet were bound, and there were strange symbols carved into his skin. The autopsy confirmed he'd been dead for months, likely killed shortly after he vanished. This wasn't just a tragedy, it was a ritualistic murder. The town's peace was shattered. The cabin near where Jimmy's body was found was abandoned, or so everyone thought. The hunters claimed they saw eerie symbols painted on the walls, along with strange items, melted candles, animal bones, and what appeared to be an altar. The police investigated but couldn't find any solid leads. However, one detail stood out. A notebook was found in the cabin, filled with crude drawings of children, monsters, and what appeared to be diagrams for rituals. On the last page, there was a chilling message: "The offering is complete." Who had written it? And what did it mean? The notebook had no fingerprints, and the case went cold. 2 years later, a man named Harold Greaves was arrested for an unrelated crime, a bar fight in a nearby town. During his interrogation, he blurted out something strange: "They'll never find the others." The detective pressed him for details, and Harold eventually confessed to being part of a cult operating around Crystal Lake. According to Harold, the group believed in summoning a spirit they called the Watcher of the Lake. He claimed they needed a child sacrifice to complete their ritual. Harold admitted to helping kidnap Jimmy, but insisted he didn't kill him. That was all on the leader, he said. But when asked for the leader's name, Harold refused to talk. Harold's confession was enough to reopen the case. Investigators dug deeper into the town's history and found unsettling connections. Several other children had gone missing near Crystal Lake over the past 30 years, though their disappearances were never solved. Was this cult responsible for all of them? In court, Harold pled guilty to his involvement in Jimmy's abduction and received a life sentence. But the trial revealed even more horrifying details. Witnesses testified about strange gatherings in the woods, sightings of robed figures near the lake, and bizarre chanting at night. One witness claimed they saw Jimmy being dragged into the cabin by 2 masked men. But the leader? Still a mystery. Harold never revealed their identity, and no one else in the cult was ever caught. Some speculated that the leader had fled the town, or worse, was still living among them, blending in like any ordinary neighbor. Today, Crystal Lake is a ghost town. Most residents moved away, unable to live with the memory of what happened. The cabin was burned to the ground by locals, though some believe the cult's energy still lingers there. Hikers occasionally report finding strange artifacts in the woods: candles, bones, even symbols carved into trees. And as for the Watcher of the Lake? Some say it's just a story. Others claim the murders were part of something far darker than anyone could imagine. But one thing's for sure, Jimmy Talbot's tragic death remains a chilling reminder of the secrets hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this story and want more like it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think about this case and whether you believe the cult leader is still out there. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.